All right, let's dive into the world of sport fishing today.
Okay.
We're going deep with Land Shark Outdoors on YouTube and their 6-day adventure in Panama.
Mm.
They're on a mission to land a giant Cubera snapper.
Wow.
And not just any, they're trying to get one on an artificial lure,
Oh.
which is a whole other level of challenge.
Wow.
So that's what we're going to be talking about today.
Sounds good.
So picture this, you're in Panama, but not the Panama you see on postcards.
You okay?
This is the rugged, untouched side. Lush rainforests are transitioning into the dry season.
Yeah.
It creates this really unique landscape, and the video captures it beautifully.
Nice.
They're in the small village called Padasi, which is a 6-hour drive from Panama City.
6 hours? Yeah, wow, that's a trip.
And then they have to take a smaller boat, a panga, through crashing waves just to reach their main fishing vessel.
Oh my gosh.
Talk about commitment.
Yeah.
It's clear from the start that this kind of fishing goes way beyond just casting a line.
Right.
You're dealing with the elements of the logistics and probably even battling some inner doubts along the way.
I can only imagine.
And speaking of doubts, the trip doesn't exactly start smoothly.
Oh.
Right off the bat, Ryan, one of the anglers, hooks a roosterfish on his first cast.
Wow, on his first cast.
Can you imagine?
Oh.
Talk about setting the bar high for the rest of the trip.
Yeah.
But then on the other hand, Vic, his fishing buddy, has a few mishaps early on.
Like what?
It's funny because you can tell he's so laser focused on that Cubera that he overreacts to a small fish.
Oh no.
Sets the hook way too hard and basically rips its face off.
Ouch.
And he even makes this hilarious comment about how tiny the fish's mouth is compared to the lure he was using.
He was probably pretty frustrated.
I guess that's the thing when you have a specific goal in mind.
Yeah.
It's easy to get tunnel vision.
For sure.
And it's interesting to see how that contrasts with Ryan's approach.
Yeah.
Which seems a bit more about enjoying the entire experience.
Right.
Not just the end result.
So more about the journey.
Exactly. And that difference in their personalities really comes through in their dynamic.
Okay.
They talk about how they met on a fishing forum 12 years ago.
Wow.
And how their friendship has evolved from just pier fishing to these incredible adventures in Panama.
That's really cool.
It's heartwarming, you know?
Yeah.
That shared history adds a whole other layer to the story.
For sure.
They're not just random guys on a fishing trip.
Right.
They're friends united by this shared passion.
Yeah.
And that kind of camaraderie is something I think a lot of people can connect with.
Absolutely.
So speaking of shared passions, let's talk about this grouper they become obsessed with.
Okay.
The cherub grouper.
Cherub grouper.
It's a deep water species that looks like a snowy grouper, but it's much rarer.
Interesting.
And that really piques their interest.
Okay.
But catching this grouper requires a whole different strategy.
Okay.
They have to try something called jigging.
Jigging.
Which means using a specific type of lure and motion to attract fish from the depths.
Ah, I see.
But here's where it gets tricky.
Okay.
Jigging requires super calm waters and very minimal current.
So it's tough.
So it's a gamble whether the conditions will even allow it.
Right.
And this is where I think understanding the mechanics of different lures comes into play.
Okay, yeah.
You know, a topwater popper, for example, is designed to create a splash and commotion on the surface, attracting fish from a distance.
Right.
While a stick bait is meant to mimic the movement of an injured fish just below the surface.
Okay.
So they head out full of hope, and what do they catch?
What?
A couple of smaller long-tailed sea bass.
Oh.
Not exactly the prize they were after.
No.
But even in those moments, there's learning happening.
I bet.
Their captain, Javi, suggests using the smaller fish as bait to potentially attract the bigger grouper.
Oh, okay.
It's like a reminder that even when things don't go according to plan,
Yeah.
you can still gain valuable knowledge and adapt your strategy.
Totally.
Okay, but here's the part you won't believe. They're out there focused on finding this grouper.
Right.
And then, bam, nature throws them a curveball.
Oh, no.
They encounter a whale shark.
Wow.
That's a perfect example of how unpredictable fishing can be.
Yeah.
1 minute, you're intensely focused on one goal, and the next minute, you're face to face with this magnificent creature
Right.
that completely shifts your perspective.
I bet.
And you have to give credit to Dennis, the cameraman.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't hesitate.
Okay.
He jumps right into the water to get some incredible underwater footage.
Wow. That's dedication.
It speaks to the passion of the whole crew.
Yeah.
They're not just there to catch fish.
Right.
They're there to fully embrace the experience,
Yeah.
document it, and share it with the world.
Yeah. That's cool.
But, of course, not every day is filled with amazing encounters.
Right.
As the days go by without catching a significant fish,
Yeah.
you can see Vic's morale starting to dwindle.
Yeah, makes sense.
At one point, he even says, "Sometimes fishing sucks.
I can relate.
You question why you fish."
Oh, yeah.
And I think that honesty is refreshing.
Yeah, I agree.
It's relatable. Any challenging pursuit
Yeah.
has its ups and downs.
Mm-hmm.
And fishing, especially when you're targeting a specific species,
Yeah.
it's no exception.
Right.
You're dealing with so many factors outside your control,
Exactly.
like the weather, the mood of the fish.
Yeah.
It's an emotional roller coaster.
It is.
And that's where the bond between Vic and Ryan really shines through.
Okay.
Ryan, always the optimist,
Yeah.
reminds Vic to appreciate the journey, the beauty of their surroundings,
Ah,
and the fact that they're out there doing what they love.
I like that.
It's a good reminder for all of us.
For sure.
Sometimes when we're so focused on the destination,
Yeah.
we forget to enjoy the journey.
Totally.
But it's the small moments, the challenges overcome, and the unexpected encounters that make the experience worthwhile.
Absolutely.
And with that reminder, day 6 arrives,
Okay.
and there's a noticeable shift in the atmosphere.
Like what?
The weather turns fishier, as they say.
so sure.
And to add to the intensity,
Okay.
Vic decides to fast,
Oh, wow.
showing his unwavering commitment to this challenge.
He's serious.
And then boom, Vic hooks a powerful fish.
Oh, yeah.
But it gets away,
Oh, no.
leaving only a large Cubera scale on his lure.
Oh.
So close yet so far.
I bet that was heartbreaking.
But that scale on the lure is a sure sign.
Yeah.
The big
Yeah.
one is out there.
It's like the universe is teasing them.
Yeah.
Saying almost, but not quite yet.
Right.
It definitely leaves you on the edge of your seat wondering what's going to happen next.
Exactly.
So they found that Cubera scale on his lure
Yeah.
at the end of day 6.
Right.
So we know the big one is out there.
Oh, yeah. And that near miss
Yeah.
makes you realize just how challenging it is to land a Cubera on an artificial lure.
I bet.
Vic mentioned that these fish are usually found in deeper waters
Yeah.
and prefer to feed near the bottom.
Oh, okay.
So getting them to strike something on or near the surface
Right.
takes a lot of patience,
Mm-hmm.
the right conditions,
Yeah.
and a deep understanding of their behavior.
Yeah. So much has to go right.
It almost feels like trying to convince a cat to go for a swim
Mm-hmm.
goes against their nature.
Yeah.
So when Vic finally hooks a Cubera,
Yeah.
it's an incredible moment.
It must be.
And guess what?
What?
He's using a stick bait, just as he predicted earlier in the video.
Oh, wow.
The fight is intense.
Yeah.
You can see the rod bending,
I bet.
hear the line screaming out,
Oh, yeah.
and Vic is struggling to maintain his balance on the rocking boat.
Oh, my gosh.
The video does an amazing job of capturing the raw energy of that moment.
I can only imagine.
And notice how Javi the captain plays a crucial role too.
Okay.
He's guiding Vic, making sure the boat is positioned correctly,
Yeah.
and ensuring the line doesn't get snagged on the rocks.
Ah.
It's teamwork in action.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that even in individual sports like fishing, having a skilled and supportive team
Yeah.
can make all the difference.
I agree.
And can we talk about the look on Vic's face when he finally lands the fish?
What's it like?
Pure joy and relief.
I bet.
He's literally shaking with excitement.
Oh, wow.
You can tell how much this catch means to him.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just about the fish itself. It's about the culmination of days of hard work,
Right.
perseverance,
Mm.
and overcoming challenges.
Cool.
It's a beautiful reminder that sometimes the toughest journeys
Mm,
lead to the most rewarding destinations.
for sure.
But the story doesn't stop there.
Oh.
And this is where things get even more impactful.
Oh, okay.
They handled the Cubera with incredible care.
Oh.
This is where we see the ethical side of sport fishing shining through.
Ah. Okay.
They use a lip gaff to minimize harm to the fish.
Okay.
They spend a good amount of time reviving it before releasing it back into the ocean.
Right.
Javi even mentions that Cubera snapper are known for their hardiness
Yeah.
and resilience.
Okay.
They can withstand the stress of being caught and released,
Interesting.
which is reassuring.
Yeah.
It highlights the importance of responsible fishing practices.
For sure.
And understanding the impact we have on these amazing creatures.
Totally.
It's not just about taking from the ocean. It's
Right.
about preserving it for future generations.
Mm-hmm.
And then hold on tight because things get wild.
Yeah.
Right after they release the Cubera,
Yeah.
Ryan hooks into a giant roosterfish.
Oh my gosh. Are you serious?
Talk about a double whammy.
Wow.
2 monumental catches within 30 minutes.
That's incredible.
Couldn't script something this incredible.
No.
It just shows how unpredictable fishing can be.
Yeah.
It's like the fishing gods were smiling down on them that day.
Right.
But what I love most is the camaraderie between Vic and Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
Even though Ryan just landed a massive fish himself, he dedicates the catch to Vic,
Oh, that's cool.
who's going to be his best man at his wedding.
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful moment
Yeah,
that speaks volumes about their friendship.
for sure.
It's more than just fishing.
Right.
It's about sharing these incredible experiences with someone who truly understands the passion and dedication it takes.
Yeah, absolutely.
The video then shifts to the Pana Fishing Lodge wall,
Oh,
which is covered in photos of impressive catches from previous guests.
Oh, cool.
There's even a picture of Javi holding up a huge wahoo he caught.
Wow.
It's like a visual representation of the legacy and history of this fishing destination.
Yeah,
You can almost feel the stories behind each photo.
I bet.
The lodge itself adds another layer to the story, too.
Uh-huh.
It's not just about the fishing.
Right.
It's also about immersing yourself in a new environment and culture.
Yeah, I agree.
And to wrap up their adventure, they have this amazing farewell feast
Okay.
prepared by Derek, the lodge owner.
Nice.
They're treated to South African calamari octopus and tuna curry.
Wow.
It looks incredible.
Sounds amazing.
And remember how Vic was fasting earlier?
Yeah.
Well, he breaks his fast with this delicious meal.
Oh, that's cool.
I love that detail.
Mm-hmm.
It shows his dedication to the fishing challenge,
Right.
but also his appreciation for experiencing local cuisine and culture.
For sure.
He was all in on the entire experience, both on and off the water.
I like that.
It's a perfect ending to their adventure.
Yeah.
They accomplished their goals, respected the environment, forged lasting memories,
Yeah.
and enjoyed some incredible food and company along the way.
Absolutely.
It's a reminder that sometimes the most rewarding journeys
Yeah.
are those that challenge us,
Yeah.
push us outside our comfort zones,
Mm-hmm.
and connect us with incredible people and experiences.
For sure.
Welcome back to our deep dive into Land Shark Outdoors, epic fishing adventure in Panama.
Yeah.
We've seen them battle the elements,
Mhm.
face setbacks, and celebrate some truly incredible catches.
It's been an inspiring journey for sure.
So let's take a moment to reflect on some of the key takeaways from this whole experience.
Okay. Sounds good.
First and foremost, the sheer determination and patience
Oh, yeah.
these guys demonstrated is incredible. They didn't just show up in Panama and expect to hook a giant cubera on their first cast.
Oh, what?
They went through days of tough conditions,
Right.
near misses,
Yeah.
and even moments of self-doubt.
I bet.
But they never gave up on their goal.
Mm-hmm.
And that persistence is something we can all apply to our own lives,
Absolutely.
whether it's in our careers, personal projects, or even just learning a new skill.
Right.
And speaking of applying it to other areas,
Okay.
their commitment to ethical fishing practices is also a big takeaway.
For sure.
Remember how carefully they handled that cubera,
Yeah.
making sure to revive it properly before releasing it?
Absolutely. It was great to see.
It's a reminder that we need to respect the environment and the creatures we interact with,
Mm-hmm.
especially when it comes to something like fishing,
Right.
which can have a real impact on fish populations.
For sure.
I think what also struck me was how open they were to the unexpected.
Okay.
They went to Panama with a specific goal in mind,
Yeah.
but they also embraced those spontaneous moments. It's like
Right.
that incredible encounter with the whale shark.
I mean, who could plan for that?
Exactly.
It's crazy.
It's like they understood that sometimes the greatest rewards come from venturing outside your comfort zone
Totally.
and being open to new experiences, even if they weren't part of the original plan.
For sure.
And lastly, the camaraderie between Vic Ryan and Dennis was just heartwarming to watch.
Yeah, I loved that.
You could tell they have a genuine bond built on their shared passion for fishing.
Yeah, they were like brothers.
It
Yeah.
makes you realize how much more meaningful
Yeah.
any pursuit becomes
Mm-hmm.
when you share it with people who understand and support your passion.
Absolutely.
Those shared moments of triumph, struggle, and laughter create memories that will last a lifetime.
It's true.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious, what personal challenge in your life demands that level of commitment?
Mm.
And what would the reward feel like if you achieved it?
Something to think about.
Maybe it's time to dust off that old dream,
Yeah.
pick up that forgotten hobby,
Mm.
or finally commit to that goal you've been putting off.
Right.
And if you're looking for some inspiration,
Yeah.
I highly recommend checking out Land Shark Outdoors on YouTube.
Totally.
Their videos are a testament to the power of passion, perseverance,
Yeah,
and the incredible experiences that await those who are willing to chase their dreams.
absolutely.
Until next time, happy deep diving.